Now, despite all of the bad economic news this year, the real estate market has been an exception.
Yes, it has. New data out today shows pending home sales reached a record level in August. It's the fourth straight month of growth thanks to brand new interest rates. Business Insider says sales of both existing homes and new ones seeing growth, with homes sold almost as soon as they hit some markets.
Now, it's not just homes in short supply. The lumber used to build those homes and so much more is too. News 5's Jordan Vandenberg goes in depth to find out the reason behind the lumber shortage and the changes contractors had to make along the way.
Prepping, painting, and pouring over every last detail. For Mark Moultrie, this is the mad dash after the long race.
The build itself, we're right at 180 days, I think, from shovel to dirt to completion here today. We're doing the final walkthrough with our customer today.
This open concept, new construction, custom built home near Eastlake was born and raised during the pandemic. Moultrie says, fortunately, Gem Construction didn't skip a beat. But that's not to say there haven't been challenges.
We've seen an increase in some material pricing. Normally we see an increase in material pricing at least once a year. This year we've experienced an increase in pricing for certain products a couple times this year.
One of the most widely used materials is in short supply, lumber, particularly framing lumber. That scarcity has caused prices to balloon more than 80%. According to the National Association of Homebuilders.
Those prices also affect buying power. Earlier this year, this 2x4x8 would cost about $1.60 wholesale. But then, over the summer, prices skyrocketed. Now, with those price increases, that same $1.60 only gets you a third of a board.
It's not uncommon to see lumber pricing increasing through the heat of the season. However, not to the extreme of 130% nationwide that we currently are facing.
Experts say the cause of the shortage is multifaceted. New home sales have jumped to their highest level since 2006. Homebound people have parlayed family vacations into DIY projects. And tariffs on Canadian lumber continue. But Moultrie says homebuyers have one major thing in their corner.
The interest rates are still low. So the fact of the matter is it's still cheap money to borrow. So whereas you may be facing extra expense in some product pricing, on the other side of it, you're gaining, from the financing piece of it.
The interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage is still below 3%, just barely above the lowest point they've ever been.
I've had a couple customers that are like, man, shouldn't we just wait until next spring or next year where lumber prices start to normalize and maybe it'll be more cost effective for us to build? Well, maybe not, because what if rates go up?
Moultrie says his business has also made adjustments early on in the process. They're now designing homes to reduce the amount of waste as much as possible. Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.
And the pandemic is also changing the design of these new builds. More prospective home buyers want things like bigger offices and even home gyms factored into their design plan.